So I was sitting around tonight and I just started thinking, what would deep fried ribs taste like? Deep fried ribs. So my wife was kind enough to go to the store and get me a slab of ribs, and I'm going to just try deep frying them. Now, normally when I cook ribs, I don't take this membrane off of here, but since they won't get a chance to kind of slow cook and break down, I went ahead and removed that. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to break these down into individual ribs. I'm going to season them, and then I'm going to bake them for maybe about 15-20 minutes just to take the chill off of them and to get the seasoning to stick on. And I'm going to remove them from the oven and then deep fry them. So let's see how they turn out. Alright, I've just about got my slab broken down. Using my ultra sharp Rada knife. I have a whole set of these. Really cheap but great quality. You can't go wrong with those. So all the ribs are cut up. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer them to a cookie sheet with a cooking rack in them, season them, and then put them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes on 400. Alright, a lot of times I make my own rubs, but it's late and I've got some great rub right here. This is from my friend Hogzone. His website is thehogzone.com, and tonight I'm going to use his Texas Lumbre and his redneck rub to season these ribs. So we're going to season them, both sides, and then put them in the oven. Alright, I finished the one side with the redneck rub, and now I'm finishing up the side with Texas Lumbre. And remember, the reason for putting them in the oven is to, number one, to par bake them. And that is to kind of take the chill off of them, get them part of the way done, but also to make that seasoning stick so when we remove them from the oven and finish them in the deep fryer, the seasoning will stick. So I've tried this with chicken wings before and it works really great, so I think it'll work great with this. So these are going to go in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes on 400. Okay, the ribs have been par baked. This is what it looks like. I just took the chill off of them a little bit. They're slightly cooked, but not all the way. And the seasoning is sticking to them really nice. So I'm going to be frying these in a 9-quart Lodge Dutch oven with some vegetable oil. I don't have anything else, so don't criticize me too hard. So into the oil they go, and you can see me put the first couple in. Hopefully I don't burn myself, but here we go. Woo! And one good thing about par baking them is they're already warm, so they don't cool the grease down. And so I can put a lot of them in there and cook them at the same time without cooling that grease down. So I don't need to cook these really fast because I do want a little bit of the fat to render out, but I should be able to get just about all of these in here. They won't cool the grease down too fast, and we'll just see how they turn out. I have no idea what I'm doing, but just kind of living on the edge tonight. I wanted you to see what these look like after just a couple of minutes in the oil. But they're taking on a really, really beautiful golden brown color. That's gorgeous. The only thing I'm worried about is just knowing that ribs need to cook a while. These have only been in here for a few minutes and they're already getting pretty brown. So, I don't know if I will or not, but I may end up needing to put these back in the oven for a little bit just to slow cook for a while so they can get good and done. And, you know, I don't want them to be like leather. I want them to be kind of tender. But they look great. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. So we'll see what they taste like. The seasoning is staying on, and you can kind of tell that by looking at one of these. Stayed on perfectly. So we're going to let these cook for a little while, and going to kind of keep an eye on them so they don't get too brown. I definitely want them to be a golden brown, not black. This isn't the type of rib that you want like a black bark on or something like that. Just a nice golden brown will be perfect. So we're going to let these go for a little bit, and we'll check in with you in a few minutes. Alright, these have been going a little while longer, and I just wanted to show you the color on them. But they look gorgeous. Beautiful. And here's the finished result. Deep fried ribs. Never tried it before, but it turned out pretty good. The family seems to like it. They've given me their thumbs up. Even with putting them in the oven for a little while on 275, they managed to stay crispy on the outside and nice and tender on the inside. So give it a shot. It doesn't have the smoke flavor, of course, like you get on the grill. But if it's a rainy day or if it's cold outside, it's another alternative way of trying to make ribs. So there you go.